finally my size. The microphone is finally kind of like fitting. Hey, Mark. Hi, guys.
Good morning, Secaucus.
Are we in Secaucus this time?
I believe we're in Secaucus. This is Secaucus.
Yes.
What y'all been up to?
Not much.
I'm waiting for you. Where were you? We've been here for like 12 hours. Jesus. Chuck.
Well, physically we've been here for 12 hours.
Anybody's first time? So nobody?
No.
We've been coming here for over a decade. This is your first time?
That's Dave Grohl.
Took you a while. Yeah, I was at a Foo Fighters concert. Dave Grohl's like, how many of you guys, this is the first time you seen Foo Fighters live? And like half the crowd was like, woo! He's like, really?
It's been
30 years! Where have you been?
Welcome newbies and old bees alike. I love all bees. All about bees. I don't know why I said that.
There's a lot of things I don't know why you say, but
yeah, most things.
Here we are.
Yeah.
How's the weekend been so far?
Awesome.
Enjoy the little concert last night?
Yeah.
I heard everybody was in good form.
Oh, yeah.
We missed you.
We?
I always miss you. I was with you, I guess, at dinner, but I just missed you.
Great.
Very cool. We're pretty thrilled to be here. We are, I think we are exactly 1/3 of the way through our final season. Don't say that. Somebody gonna throw like tomatoes at me. We're like 2 days into episode 7 of 20, so we've done 6 episodes in 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, we are basically 1/3 of the way through the season, and it's pretty badass. And we have some pretty cool things coming up. You're badass. Yeah, girl. I see you. What? For the next 6 months and change, I am Sam fucking Winchester. And I will not sacrifice anything to make sure that Sam finishes season 15 in style. Fingers crossed.
Finish season 15 in maybe cowboy style.
Anybody,
Because when the show's over, giddy up, big boy.
I heard there were tattoos going on. Who else?
What? And now for an awkward segue.
I saw a tattoo and I was like, yeah, girl. All right, let's get to questions before we waste your time. You're badass, I'm badass, and your hand went up. Well, then that's not a question, but
Throw it.
can you reach me from there? Let's see your arm.
Everybody in front for a watch out.
Yeah.
That sucked. Come on. Obviously, with boxes of candy, you have to frisbee it. I mean,
Thank you.
yeah, we're listening.
Oh, look, there's a little thing called a microphone right there. There you go. Now we can all hear you.
Hey.
Do you like cheese curds or onion rings?
Cheese fries or onion?
No, cheese curds. Thank you.
Would you rather be punched in the face or have something delicious? I refuse to answer that ridiculous question.
Can I tell you really funny?
Cheese curds look like vomit and taste worse. Ring it.
you want to hear a funny joke?
Duh. Does the Pope shit in the woods?
So, what's the difference between a toad and a horned toad?
A toad and a
No,
horn?
horned frog, sorry.
Jesus. Let's start again.
This is going well.
What's the difference between a frog and a horned frog?
So no more toads?
No, sorry. A regular frog goes ribbit ribbit and a horned frog goes rubbit rubbit.
Somebody get that microphone away from her.
I'm gonna steal that.
Oh, at least you got the candy on stage. Oh, no, you didn't. That's...
Far enough to not hurt anybody.
All right, right here. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, hang on one second.
About
She's going to bring the microphone.
Hey guys.
Hey.
So first of all, I want to say thank you so much for being here and spending time with us, because I know you, I'm sure, want to spend time with your family, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you for giving us an excuse to not spend time with our family.
We're just spending time with another family.
Our larger family. Yes. How many?
So I have two things. One is a minor request, if I can, and the other is a question. So the minor request is, it's my good friend Lillian's birthday tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Apparently freaking the heck out. Can you please wish her a happy birthday for me?
Aaliyah?
Lillian.
Lillian. Happy fucking birthday.
Happy birthday.
You can finally drink legally. Hold on.
And my question is, so there's been some talk yesterday at Misha's panel about wieners.
Popular subject with him.
Yeah, he likes them.
Typically.
Yes, he loves them. That was the question.
Yeah, no, he had mentioned that, but he did ask us to, specifically ask you, Jen, a story about wieners that you wanted to share with us?
Jensen, will you,
Yeah, I'm happy to jump on this grenade. I was going to save the story for the big panel this afternoon, but maybe I'll tell it twice today. So, last weekend, some friends and I went to a music festival in Louisville, Kentucky. And other than music, Louisville, Kentucky is also known for bourbon. So one of my favorite bourbons is Angel's Envy, and we got to go and do a distillery tour at this facility, and only because they were packed, they were slammed. There was, you know, a lot of people in town for the festival. A lot of people wanted to go to the tasting room and get tours. They weren't doing any private tours, but I had my buddy call and pose as like, well, anyway, it was his decision. He called and said, hey, listen, my buddy's here and want to see if you guys can do private tours. And they're like, no, we're totally booked, got nothing, we can't, we're understaffed as it is. Everybody's at the music festival. She's like, all right, well, maybe if you just took down my number and you could call me back, and if you find somebody that would want to do a tour, that'd be great. He's like, well, I'm telling you right now, I'm the manager and there's nobody here, but sure, I'll take your information. I was like, okay. It gives him his name and number. He's like, and my buddy, his name is Jensen Ackles. And the guy goes, from Supernatural. So he's like, yeah. He's like, hang on one second. What time would you want to come by? Oh, maybe, I don't know, hour and a half or so. All right, you know what? I'm going to take care of it myself. My name's David, so when he comes here, just have him find David, and I'll give him and his friends a private tour. He's like, that's fantastic, great, thank you, David. So we show up there. There's David, and super nice guy. He comes right up. He's like, look, I'm just going to get this right out of the way. huge fan of the show. My wife and I, we watch every single episode. We're such big fans. We actually have a Doberman pinscher at home named Jensen.
Oh my God.
And I was like, not Dean? Like actually Jensen? He's like, yeah. He's like, and we have a wiener dog named Misha. Not a word of a lie. And I folded over laughing. And then I get up and I'm like, well, what about Jared? He goes, our apartment's too small for a sheepdog. I was like, David, I love you. We're going to be good friends.
Especially after bourbon.
And now you're going to give me bourbon? This is a relationship I enjoy. So that's and I could not wait to tell Misha this story. And I couldn't do it over the phone, I couldn't send him a text or anything. I had to tell him in person because I wanted to see his face, and it was worth the wait.
Did you take
Because his face basically did like this.
Yeah.
That's basically what his face always does. Question. I'm going to go right here as far as I can see. Yes. Hi.
How you doing, Jared?
How are you doing?
My name's Salvina. Jensen's you, baby.
Sabina?
Salvina.
Salvina?
Yes.
You're the first person I've ever met named Salvina.
Thank you.
What does it mean?
It's Sicilian. It's where South.
Saliva.
No. No.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Anyway, this question's for Jensen.
Awesome. I'm just going to think about Salvina in all
Okay,
ways.
you got that. Jensen, how old were you when you started Days of Our Lives?
How old was I when I started Days of Our
You
Lives?
can always Google that.
No, that's...
I believe I was 19.
Well, that's how long I've been in love with you, so can you please give me a hug?
Not right now, but later.
Yeah, girl. Thanks, Salvina.
What were you, 2 years old when I was in Russia? What? I don't believe it.
Oh, those Italians, man, they don't know.
All right, little girl right there. How you doing, sweetheart?
I don't really have a question.
Of course you don't. You're just waving hi?
I just want to tell you that I really like your show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll bring you one more year, all right? Way in the back. With the tattoo, is that on your... Yeah, girl. Twinsies. She screamed.
Hi.
I think she scared her friend next to her.
So I wanted to know, like we always
Thank you for your question.
we see like the gag reel from the show, and I wanted to know if you had a gag reel of your lives, what scene would go on it? Did you ever have anything that you were like, oh, come on?
I think I'd be arrested for most of the stuff that happens in my actual life. Yeah, I think for me, okay, here's what comes up in my head is with Richard Spade and Genevieve, at the time, Cortese, I believe, stopping the train in Europe, stopping all of the trains in Europe, I guess is more accurate. I think that would be a gag for me, yeah.
I don't know. Gag reel of our life. I kind of feel like it's a perpetual gag reel. We're constantly, although a lot of the funny stuff and things that happen on set that are captured on camera are results from things that are happening when we're not performing. So just expand that by 10, and that's essentially what life is like for us when the cameras aren't on us. So it's kind of an ever-evolving gag reel is our lives. I mean, if there was a camera on the wall when I've got like my kids around me, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just slightly controlled chaos, which from an outsider's perspective is pretty enjoyable. But being in it, yeah, who knows?
I had a moment, I had a real life gag reel moment with, when Tom was, so he's 7 now, when he was like 3 or 4, I was playing, we had dinner and we were kind of like having fun before he was going to go to bed. And so I'm laying on the bed and throwing him up and he's like, more. And I throw Tom across the room. I was at Stephen Amell's apartment in Vancouver and I was probably, not a word of a lie, me to that speaker, and I'm holding Tom, and he's like 3 at the time, but there's a couch, like the speaker is a couch instead, and we're watching Peyton Manning when he was quarterback of the Broncos playing somebody, and just randomly I'm talking to Steven, and I grab Tom and launch him. I thought Steven died, like he couldn't breathe, he was laughing so hard. But one time I was doing sort of a similar thing, but I was laying on my back and throwing up and catching him, and he barfed all over me. Okay, and Genevieve was there, and I was like, it's cool, just get a towel. Like, it was all. He was too little of a kid, he was like, more. Like, no. Not gonna work, kiddo, not gonna work.
Something happened to you yesterday. Who's got a pair of sunglasses I can borrow real quick? Somebody?
Bring him.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Shoot.
So we're walking through the airport yesterday, and Jared's got his glasses on, he's got his bags and stuff, and not a word of a lie, this is what happened.
It was perfectly level ground.
It's cool. Yeah, I just want to make sure that there was nothing there I tripped on, and then it was a perfectly level ground. And everybody like watched him do it, but that was the playoff. I better inspect this. Because there's 2 ways you could handle something like that. You either just keep walking like it never happened, or you turn around and try to blame something, right? I'm generally the guy that just keeps walking and hope nobody saw it. Now Jared, nope. I'm gonna figure out what tile is loose.
Well, I'm pretty sure my exact quote was, have that removed immediately. Glasses back on, walking all cool like.
But it's the little moments like that happen quite often.
Thank you.
All right, let's go over here. Yes, in the green.
Hi.
First of all,
Oh, you got a mic coming right behind you there.
First of all, I want to say how much I love you guys, and I really hope that you don't leave us. And I'm not talking Sam and Dean, I'm talking Jared and Jensen. Don't leave us. I really hope that.
Well, don't leave us.
Oh, we will. I will never leave you. Just don't leave us. My question is for Jensen.
Baby, come back.
Anyway, my question is for Jensen. I watched some of the reels of you playing what supposedly was soccer. And I know, do you know how to play soccer?
Yes. But nobody went over the rule book before the game, so.
So you just decided to
Grab the ball. They said it was football. In his defense,
Yeah,
they
I
called it
heard
football.
soccer, and then I heard several people refer to it as football. Well,
We're from Texas,
game on.
so
Here's what happened. Nobody wants to show up and watch a bunch of actors try to play real soccer. They're professionals for that. They want to show up and be entertained by entertainers. It was a pickup game. It was a pickup game of soccer, essentially, by a bunch of non-athletes. Now, some were athletic, but none of us were pro athletes.
So they're a hockey player?
Except for the like 2 or 3 pro athletes that were out there that were old players. They were basically the ones doing all the work. So for me, I was like, well, I'm bored and I'm on the field. Let's spice things up a bit. How about I pick up the ball and do the old gridiron style? And it was fun. And then I think at that point, then some of the other people on the field started going like, oh, okay, we don't have to take this seriously. I'm like, no, you don't have to take it seriously. What are you gonna get, a red card? I got 3 that day. Who cares? You know, it's like, I got all the red cards that day. Did I leave the field? No. At one point, I told the entire bench on my side of the team, I was like, everybody just slowly start walking onto the field. So the entire team, we had like, was it how many people are like 11 people are supposed to be on the field? I think we had like 15 or 16 people out there, but nobody was counting, and that was fun. So I feel like at events like that, you know, nobody wants to show up and see these, you know, amateur athletes try to play a professional sport. They want to go and be entertained, and if we can provide a little bit of entertainment, that was the goal. That's why I acted like an idiot.
Well, it was thoroughly enjoyable. I must have watched it about 15 times in a row, laughing hysterically. It was awesome. Thank you so much.
You got it.
There's somebody with the camera jumping, and I'm afraid she's going to drop the camera. So I'm going to go ahead and call her. How are you? Is that blue or purple?
It's both. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Hello. First of all, I just want to say thank you guys so much. You guys are like my biggest inspirations, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for a lot of people in the room. I just wanted to know what season of Supernatural has impacted your life the most, if that makes sense. Because season 8 for me was a really big season that had an impact on me with standing the trials and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, I'll start. I think mine's a bit more obvious. I'll go with 4, just because now I'm married to the bad person with kids, and hopefully she.
Which is what he still refers to her as.
Who's calling? Oh, the bad person. Obviously for me it was 4. I met Genevieve, and now we've been married for almost 10 years. With kids. Season 8, maybe the second thing, that's almost where Jared learned it was okay to be vocal about things that were going on. So season 8, Sacrifice was a big, like that took me to a weird place, and I think he could probably vouch. I know Mark Shepard can certainly vouch because we spent 3 days in that cathedral together filming it. But I think probably 4, and then 8, and then maybe 1, and then season 16, I've read it, so thank you.
I don't know. They all kind of each season has kind of a different theme, a special place in its own right. You know, even 6 and 7, which I don't like to talk about too much. I guess if I had to choose, it would be 1, and that's because that's what set the tone for the next 14 years. And it was so well crafted, and I think it was the foundation of what we've built on for as long as we've been building, and so I'm very thankful for that. That means a lot. Thanks.
Your question.
Yes, sir. Back corner.
Hello, guys.
Hey, brother.
I told my daughter I'd buy her boyfriend a landscaping business if I got to name it. he really didn't like the name I came up with. So I was hoping you guys would come up with a name, because that's going to be the name of the business.
Seriously? Landscaping business?
I wanted to call it Grass Holes. You see, you didn't like that very much, so...
That's amazing!
I thought so, but...
That's going to be my new Twitter handle. Is Grasshole. Grass Holes is pretty phenomenal.
Grass Holes.
I mean...
I don't know if I can top that off the top of my head. That's pretty great.
I mean, my wife usually calls me a selfish brick. She doesn't. She's probably thinking it though. Let's see. So you're naming it soon. Grass Holes is phenomenal. I don't know if I can beat that, but I gotta.
If you want to go with that, we can go with that.
You can do, or it'd be the Lawn Rangers.
Hey, did you hear about the yard?
Puns are fun.
That fell in love with the neighbor's yard? It was a long distance relationship.
I was wrong. Puns are not fun.
I think Grass Holes is pretty good.
Grass Holes.
I mean, if do you do work in Austin? Because if I read Grass Holes, I'd be like, yep, done. I don't care. You could come and just like dig holes. I'd be like, don't matter, Grass Holes. Well done, brother. Congrats on your new business. I think the last question. Buddy, do you have a question? I see a little angel right there.
Did you have a question? He's just standing there.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to. Okay, we'll just listen for the next question. All right, kiddo. I'm gonna go. Yes. Good to see you.
Here comes the mic right here. Nope.
So going back to the gag reel, this might be a little early because the season hasn't even aired yet, but going for the box set from the last season, my favorite sort of special feature was always the day in the life video way back in season 1. Like that candid vlog that you guys did. Are you guys planning anything sort of special or big for the last box set?
I love it too.
I don't know, that's a good idea. We should.
It's a great idea. We're up for it. So our mindset this season has sort of been like, come one, come all. Like, whatever we can do to document the cast and the crew and the process. I'm gonna miss it, and I'm gonna want to watch it in 12 months. So I think we're up for it, and I've done more interviews this year and photo shoots than I've done for the prior 14 seasons combined. And that's cool by me because I want to try and encapsulate this moment. Yeah, that'd be a great idea. Yeah, sorry.
It'd be a comparison between 1 and 15.
Yeah, they'd be like.
That's the only other time we did it, right? It was
I think
season 1.
Yeah. Up on the mountain, right?
That's a good suggestion. We'll float that one over to the publicity and see if they want to do something.
I also, for what it's worth, and this is not a word of a lie, I voted. So we have a 20-episode season, and I was like, hey, can we make it a 22-episode season, but 2 episodes are just gags?
Yeah.
That's fine with me. Yeah, that's fine with me. We have time for one more, or we're getting the...
No, we're getting the hook. Well, hey, happy to be here, guys. Thanks for giving up your Sunday to hang out with us. We will see you all